Fire up Mason Rudolph if you're absolutely desperate. Shouldn't be that
Don't
desperate.
fire up Mason Rudolph.
Don't
Even
fire
if you're
him up.
desperate.
Don't
Throwing
fire
for
him.
300.
Yeah, don't fire. Bengals at Browns. Cover your mouth. They won't just do your order.
He has been quarterback 11 or higher 3 of the last 4 weeks. And everybody hates on this guy. It is Danny Dimes.
I'm hanging up right now. I can't believe it. I'm hanging up.
No. What up?
What up, what up, what up, what up?
Oh, you still
you
got storms
doing?
going on there?
Yes.
Because your hands just went from this to this. Like, there was no.
Oh, really?
There was no slow. It was just like they appeared there.
Yeah, no, it was a little jump scare from the thunder. No, I was actually, when I was doing bedtime with the kiddos during bedtime, it sounded like somebody knocked on the door when thunder hit, and I wasn't ready for the thunder to start hitting. And yeah, anyways, wound up causing a whole fiasco after a while. But good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on into WPF, the When Pigs Can Fly Fantasy Football Show. We are your co-hosts of the evening. I'm Sal Adams.
The
That is
two of
me,
us.
Wesley Bryant. Corey is a prior engagement.
We are enough.
We are enough. Amen, amen, amen. It is Saturday night. That means we have studs. We have duds.
No, we don't.
Picks and locks.
Oh, we got a couple studs. Maybe a couple duds.
It's Saturday night. We've got Thursday night stud. We've got picks and we've got locks. We do have Corey's picks with us. He gave us those before the show. So anyways, that's what we've got for you. So without further ado, let's buckle on up, ladies and gentlemen, because the WPF crew is about to take flight.
Rolling.
We're back. Thursday night. Bills, Dolphins. Dolphins actually had a shot.
I know. I was like,
was-
we're all about to go 0-3 here on first picks, but no.
Yeah, that did not last long. It did not last long.
Did you see? You might not have saw this. I just saw this earlier, like a little bit ago. Did you see that there's a group of guys who have a fantasy football league that anytime a player does a backflip as a celebration, it's like 50 times negative points for that team, for that player. So it's like an automatic loss if one of their guys that scores a touchdown does a backflip. So whoever had Tyreek Hill basically lost his match because he did that backflip after he scored.
That's funny. I've not seen that. That sounds great. I don't like the idea of taking points away from anybody at that point. It just kind of feels like ugh.
Right. That'd be tough.
Fun fact: the most expensive tickets to buy. Well, let's see. The game with the most expensive, cheapest ticket. It's gonna surprise you. Dallas at Chicago.
Wow. That does surprise me.
I know it. That's even cheaper than the Lions at Baltimore.
You mean more expensive?
Or more expensive, yeah.
Yeah. That is
Well,
surprising.
yeah. Miami game, there was a good fair bit to talk about. Jalen Waddle scored a decent amount of points. He had a touchdown.
Mhm.
Tyreek Hill came back to life.
He was.
A-Chain had a lot of yardage. Tua turned the ball over, did exactly that.
Tua turned the ball over.
That was
Crazy.
rough, you know. The roughing the punter
James Cook.
thing, man. Yeah, James Cook had a great game. I think he had over 100 yards rushing.
Dude, that was roughing the kicker.
Absolutely, I just hate it. What's the guy supposed to do? Not try to block the punt
Jump
at all?
to the
Because that's
side and stick
literally
your arm out.
he can't. He's coming from the center. I don't know, man. I hate that penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Punter gets paid $3 million a year, man. Listen,
It's not enough to protect.
You're getting paid $3 million a year. Go out there and kick the football. If you get hit, get over it.
Until
I'm not
they
worried about
get their
that. I don't
legs
know.
snapped on the landing leg, or their landing leg.
He's on a 3-year, $9 million contract, man. If he snaps his leg, it doesn't matter if he never works again. How many years is it gonna take you to make $9 million?
That doesn't matter. They live a different lifestyle.
Yeah.
They probably spend it differently
Yeah.
too.
It's just gotta change it up.
Anyway,
Be a little bit more fiscally responsible.
I think all our locks did well, didn't they? Did someone pick Dalton Kincaid? I feel like Corey did, or somebody did.
He might have. If somebody's
he
gonna
got
lock
5 receptions, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
If somebody's gonna lock a tight end that's not Kyle Pitts or Tyler Warren, it's probably gonna be Corey. Yeah, but I think all of our locks did well.
James Cook.
Wound up being a pretty good game.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have taken Miami to score 3 touchdowns against Buffalo. And really, they could have scored more.
Yeah.
A couple interceptions. They were about to get the ball back on that penalty, on the punt. Yeah. Anyways, it was a good Thursday night game. Shall we jump right into it?
We're all 1-0 on the picks this week.
We are all 1-0.
That's going to change.
First game up, we have the Green Bay Packers at the Cleveland Browns. This is a 1:00 game. Green Bay is favored by 7.5.
That's it.
What's it?
That's it. Just 7.5.
Yeah, just 7.5. Just a little over a touchdown.
Unanimously, we got the Packers here, right?
Yeah, they're gonna cover the spread.
Yeah. My studs, not studs. My locks. Sorry, who I'm assuming are gonna be studs. Josh Jacobs and Quinshon Judkins.
Ooh, I like the Quinshon Judkins lock a lot.
I have a feeling Judkins is gonna get at least like 6 or 7 receptions.
Okay. Yeah, I'm taking Green Bay in this game. It's hard to lock any one pass catcher. I saw that Tucker Kraft is going to play, so I think you can lock him comfortably.
Comfortably?
Cleveland. Yeah, I'm comfortable. Cleveland. I don't feel great about locking anybody. I would be flexing Jerry Jeudy this week.
I know. I almost locked him, but I was like, I can't always pick Jerry Jeudy for the Browns, so.
Yeah, I just
picture Micah Parsons in Flacco's face and him just trying to dump it off of Quinshon.
That'd be ideal. Dylan Sampson probably is a good lock this week too. Honestly, both those running backs. Moving right along, Indianapolis at Tennessee. The Colts are favored by 5.5. Oh, by the way, Corey took the Packers last game.
Okay.
I will go first.
Yep.
I've liked the Colts so far this year. I don't like Tennessee. I'm taking the Colts in this game. If I'm putting locks in, Jonathan Taylor is an auto lock. He has been phenomenal so far this season. I'm not starting Danny Dimes unless I have to. Looking over at the Tennessee side, though, I can't pronounce the guy's name.
I know what you're talking about. The Elick? Iomanar?
Iomanar?
You mean the guy I locked last week?
Yeah.
He laughed in my face?
He worked out. I don't know if I laughed. But he panned out. I traded for him last week.
Oh, did you?
Right before you made that lock, and I was like, we'll see. He had a good week.
There we go.
On the sleep wrap, I think he's projected 12 points this week.
There you go. Hey, if you get 12 points from anybody, that's nice. I also have the Colts. I also have Jonathan Taylor. My lock for the Titans is Calvin Ridley. I mean,
it's hard to lock anybody over there right now.
You got if you're trying to tell people who's safe, possible safe from a team, that's who I'm going with.
Yeah, fair.
So, Bengals at Vikings.
Yes.
Oh, what's Corey pick? What's Corey pick? I'm assuming Colts.
Minnesota is favored by 3 points in that matchup, by the way. He also took the Colts.
Okay. Yes. Oh, wait. Is Minnesota favored?
Minnesota is favored by 2.5.
Oh, yeah, they are. Well, I have the Vikings winning. I have a LSU receivers as locks. Jamar Chase. No, I'm just kidding. I did. I actually swapped out Justin Jefferson for, I think it's his time with Carson Wentz at quarterback. I got Hawkinson as my lock.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good lock. Hawk has been
Bad.
bad the first 2 weeks.
Bad.
Small sample size, but man, he has been bad. It's a battle of backup quarterbacks, right? That's the part that's tough
Browning
for me.
and Wentz. But Browning's
Yeah,
probably
that's
one of
tough
the better backup quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah, I'm also taking the Vikings in this one. My locks are gonna actually be T. Higgins, and over on the Vikings side of the football, um, I was gonna also lock Hawk, so I'm just gonna say Justin Jefferson.
Okay, there we go. Hey, great minds
Corey
think
took
alike.
the Bengals. Corey took the
Okay.
Bengals to win this.
First difference right there. There's going to be a few, I'm sure.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Pittsburgh at New England. Pittsburgh is favored by 2 points.
This is your turn, but I want to interject here real quick. Do you want to start with a upset of the week pick?
Here?
Not on this game, but just this show.
Oh,
While we're going through it, or even just looking at it real quick, I have one. I have a couple, but I have one for sure. I mean, if you don't have one, I'll do mine. That's fine.
when the game
Yeah.
arrives.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Pittsburgh at New England. Pittsburgh is favored by 1.5.
This should be a good game.
Tough game. It's a tough game to select.
It's a very tough game. This is a pretty tough week to pick, honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm taking the Steelers in this one. Lock DK Metcalf. I want to lock Trevion Henderson, but after the week that Mondre had last week,
I know I almost locked him, but it's Steelers
boy, oh
defense.
boy,
I feel like they haven't been that great.
I just don't really know. I don't feel overly comfortable locking any New England Patriots players this week.
Well, I got the Steelers as well. I also had DK Metcalf. I'm going to lock Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, he was who I was considering.
You know, that news with Cardi B. Stephon Diggs is going to go off.
Oh, yeah. Did you say Steelers?
Yes.
We are all in agreement on the Steelers this
right.
week. Corey also selected the Steelers.
Rams at Eagles.
Philadelphia is favored by 3.5. That's it? I'm surprised that they're not favored by more.
With that being said, I'm going with the Rams. I still think Saquon is going to have a big game. So lock him automatically anyway. I think it's like a redemption game for the Rams. They lost a close one last time. I think it was in the playoffs. But Saquon destroyed them in the running game. I got Puka Nacua for the Rams side.
This is an interesting game to select. This is a game that I would feel like I would go with my upset of the week. Taking the Rams. I don't know if you've seen Matthew Stafford has been fantastic. I saw a little clip earlier yesterday of him, and they said he's already got a full season's worth of like elite throws, and they were just showing his sidearms and his dots. He looks good. They have won pretty handily. Well, I guess they only beat the Texans by 5, but they haven't played anybody good. They're playing in Philadelphia. I gotta take Philly. I don't want to, but I got to.
Like I said, this was a tough week. I've actually got quite a few upsets on my schedule here, but I have a specific one that I'm calling the upset of the week.
So I'm gonna take the Eagles in this one. I am locking. Boy, you're locking Jalen Hurts. I want to lock AJ Brown. I just don't know.
Can't do it.
I don't know that I can trust him yet. Over on the Rams side, Puka's an obvious lock. Kyron has had a slow start. I think he's gonna uptick at some point.
I don't think it's gonna be
But
against
he
the
hasn't
Eagles
yet.
though.
I don't think it's gonna be against the Eagles either. They've done a good job.
Blake
Yeah.
Corum's even got
If
some
I
carries lately.
Yep. Puka's he's the only guy I'm locking in the Rams offense. I mean Stafford. If you got Stafford, start him. He's always gonna be good. Next up, we have
Who Corey picked?
the New York Football Jets at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay is favored by 6.5. Corey took the Eagles.
Okay. Your turn. Who you got?
I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this one. I'm going to lock Breece Hall for the Jets. I am going to lock Bucky Irving for Tampa Bay.
You know the I almost locked Breece Hall, and you know what name popped in my head just as I was thinking to do that? Vita Vea. I'm not locking Breece Hall. That's just.
He's gonna catch passes.
But yeah, he could. I got Garrett Wilson. Who's Jets quarterback this week?
Tyrod Taylor.
That's right. Another backup quarterback starting this week. I also have the Bucks winning. Who was your lock for the Bucks?
Bucky.
Oh, me too. That's what I thought you said. Garrett Wilson.
I want to lock a wide receiver. I want to lock a wide receiver over there, but I just don't know which one. Closer we get to the return of Chris Godwin.
Is Zamika Ibuka playing? I can't remember if you said he is or not.
I don't know.
And
Corey also took the Bucks.
Okay.
Next up, we have Las Vegas at the Manders. Washington is favored by 2.5. Who you got?
I was just looking. Amika Ibuka is expected to play. I actually have the Panthers winning this. Wait, just kidding.
Yeah, the Raiders versus
the Raiders winning this one. I actually have the Raiders winning this at the Commanders. Commanders have not looked good. Jane Daniels, did they say he's going to give it a go, or is he out this week? I feel like they said he's out this week. This is a lot of stuff going on
here. Mariota is starting this week.
So I got the Raiders. I'm locking Brock Bowers, and for the Commanders, I'm locking Deebo Samuel.
I had all of the same things written down. So I had Raiders. Let's go with Jacoby Myers.
Okay.
I'm comfortable locking Jacoby Myers pretty much week in and week out, especially if he's your wide receiver 3 or in a flex spot. And then look on the other side of the football for Washington. I think Bill is probably a safe lock this week. Krosky Merritt. I think he's a safe lock. He didn't have a great week last week. He's the guy, though, I think. I like that lock.
Yeah.
Corey also took the Raiders. We all took the upset on that one. So.
Alrighty.
All right, looking ahead, we have Atlanta at Carolina. You already gave away your pick on this one. So Atlanta is favored by 4.5.
No, my bad.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, Panthers. I'm locking Bijan. He's an auto lock. He's my go-to for the Falcons until I'm just not a Kyle Pitts guy yet. I'm not a Drake London guy. They're like Drake London's like the Cortland Sutton of the Falcons. Sometimes he has a good game, sometimes he doesn't. My lock for the Panthers, I almost went Hunter Renfrow, but I went Teddy McMillan. I think the Rook's going to get some points this week.
I have the Falcons winning this game. I think Bijan is an obvious lock. I'm definitely comfortable starting Kyle Pitts this week. I'm comfortable starting Drake London this week. Over on the Panthers side, I'm absolutely comfortable starting Chuba Hubbard and Tet are the two that I had. I'll tell you who I'm not starting. I'm not starting Bryce Young, and I'm not starting Michael Penix.
No, especially after last week.
I'm just not. Corey also took the Falcons in this one.
Okay, I'm on Panthers Island.
Next up, we have Houston at Jacksonville. Jacksonville is favored by 1.5 in this game. These are looking like two of the worst teams in football.
Uh-oh.
Loud Thunder. Sorry.
Oh.
Not worst, but worse. They're on the worst end. I think Jacksonville has got a bid in for the worst. They're favored. I'm taking the Texans to win this ball game.
You already know my lock for the Texans.
Nico.
Yep.
Week in and week out, Nico.
Yep.
I think CJ Stroud will have a good game. I don't think he's had a good game yet this year. Not a great game, anyways. Brian Thomas Jr. has to come alive this week. If he doesn't, I might be out on him for the year. Honestly, 3 weeks in, he's been so far. I'm gonna tell you to lock him. I think Houston's defense is weak, so I would feel comfortable locking Brian Thomas. I think ETN is startable this week, obviously.
I have the Texans as well. I have Nico as my lock. And for my Jaguars lock, I have the one, the only, Diami Brown.
Dude, I'm glad that you said that name. Have you looked at the stats so far? I mean, it's only been 2 weeks, but
I think he's got 11 targets, 8 receptions, but
fantasy points are there.
yeah.
Fantasy points have been there so far, so I like that lock a lot. I like it a lot. Corey also took the Texans.
Okay.
Moving right along to Denver at Los Angeles. They're in Inglewood. Chargers are 2.5-point favorites.
Mm-hmm. And I have the Chargers against the Broncos at home. Chargers at home, I should say. I'm locking, going away from Cortland Sutton. And with me saying that, he's probably going to score well this week. But I'm locking Troy Franklin and Lab McConkey. Chargers win.
Denver has looked good so far this year. Los Angeles Chargers have looked great so far this year. I am taking the Chargers also to win this game. I think that Quentin Johnston is my lock for the Chargers. And looking over at the Denver side of the ball, man, I've been waiting on Evan Ingram. I hope this week is his week. If I was a betting man, I'd say that he's probably going to have a decent week this week.
Think J.K.
More than
Dobbins
5
is going to play
targets.
well against his old team?
I just don't know about that whole situation. The R.J. Harvey, J.K. Dobbins dilemma so far this year. I can't lock either one of them. Bo Nix hasn't been great yet either. So if I have to lock somebody over in Denver this week, it's going to be Evan Ingram, but I would take that with caution.
All right.
Corey also took the Chargers. We have New Orleans at Seattle, and Seattle, oh my lord, 7.5-point favorites on this one.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Or is it me?
It's you.
Listen, guys, the New Orleans Saints are 0-2 this year, and their losses came at the hands of the banged-up 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. They're not winning this football game. I can't take them. I can't. Seattle's going to win this game. JSN he's a lock for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a pretty easy gimme lock. You're starting JSN if you have him. Cooper Kupp, I think you could feel comfortable starting against a super weak New Orleans defense. Looking over at the other side of the ball, Chris Olave has had himself a good couple weeks so far. I would start him in this game as well.
I am taking the SEA Hawks. The Seahawks. The Seahawks are winning this game. My lock for the Saints is the sneaky guy, Juwan Johnson, who's just having himself a good season so far. And I don't know if you noticed, but Charbonnet is out. So Kenneth Walker,
baby.
Lock.
Kenneth Walker's going to walk all over these.
Corey took Seahawks, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Next up, Dallas at Chicago. Dallas is favored by 1.5. You know what's crazy about the Cowboys is they played the Eagles really close, and then they barely squawked out a win against the
It was a
Giants.
big scoring game though.
At home. At
Um,
home against the Giants, they barely squawked out a win.
I got the Cowboys here anyway. Bears just looked absolutely horrible against us. They played a close game against the Vikings, who did not play well last week against the Falcons. So I got the Cowboys. I'm locking Javonte Williams. For the Bears side, I'm gonna piggyback off of you and take Roma Dunze this week. He did great against the Lions.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes on Kyle Monangai if Swift is out.
Yeah, it's. I really hope, for fantasy's sake, that Swift isn't out because he's looked pretty decent. I really want to take the Bears in this game. I want to see them get their first win. I'm a pro division guy. I do not like the Cowboys. I mean, Jalen Johnson's on IR. There's a lot of problems over in Chicago right now.
Yeah, when did they switch to Tyson Bagent?
Yeah, dude. I am taking the Cowboys. I'm going to be honest with you, though. I expect Caleb Williams to have a good game this week. I do. I expect him to get a lot of yards against Dallas. Romo Dunes is who my start would be. You can't. DJ Moore, I feel like, has not been dependable thus far this year. Maybe I'm
you've
just
hardly heard
unaware,
his
but
name.
I don't think he's been dependable this year. Not knowing the status on their running back situation over there with DeAndre Swift, and then Colston Loveland and Cole Kmet have kind of, they spent a first-round pick on Colston Loveland, and I don't know if he's touched the football. I mean, he has, but with that, anyways, Cowboys, and on their side, I'm obviously locking Sedarian DeLeon Lamb. Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams has looked good so far, and they are force-feeding him the football, especially in the red zone. So,
agreed.
Corey took the Bears.
The Bears. I did see that. Of all his picks, I did see the puke emoji next to the Bears.
Puke emoji, yeah. He hated it. I couldn't do it. Arizona at San Francisco. San Francisco is favored by 1.5.
Brock Purdy still might play, apparently. But if he's not playing, then Mac Jones is the one that's going to go.
They gave the 49ers one heck of a cakewalk to start their schedule. Have you seen their schedule?
No.
Seahawks, Saints, Cardinals, Jags, Rams, Bucks, Falcons, Texans, Giants. That's a nice... Dude, the rest of it's even... After the Giants, Rams again, Cardinals again, Panthers, Browns, Titans, Colts, Bears, Seahawks.
That's got to be the easiest schedule.
Holy crap.
I was just reading here
Detroit had that schedule.
I was just reading on ESPN. Kyle Shanahan considers the quarterback highly unlikely to play, as in Brock Purdy. So, Mac Jones is probably the guy. That being said, who you got?
I got the Cardinals winning this game on the road against San Francisco. Fire up James Conner. Fire up Marvin Harrison Jr. On the other side of the football, I am starting Ricky Pearsall.
Did you see what Kyler Murray was saying about Marvin Harrison Jr.'s targets?
No.
In this interview or his press conference or whatever, he's like, some days he's gonna get 10 targets, some days he's gonna get 3, because they're complaining about him not getting enough targets. But
yeah,
I got the 49ers. I am locking Trey McBride. And auto lock Christian McCaffrey. Yep, gotta be.
Until he gets hurt.
Lock him until he does.
Next up, we have the Kansas City Chiefs at the New York Football Giants. Kansas City is
upset of the week.
6.5. Oh yeah,
Giants.
You're taking Kansas City in New York, huh? That's your upset of the week.
Taking the Giants at home against the Chiefs. I'm locking Travis Kelce and Wan'Dale Robinson. Wandale.
both these teams are winless, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they got blown out by the Manders, and they gave the Cowboys a close game. I love the gall to do it, but there's no way I'm taking them over Kansas City. Uh, Speaking of hard schedules, dude, Chargers, Eagles, Giants, Ravens, Jags, Lions.
Oh, the Chiefs. Yeah.
Chargers, Eagles, Ravens, and Lions. 4 of those 6 games are tough games. Um, yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs to win this ball game. 6.5 point spread. You took Wanderlei from me. He's my lock over there. I like him a lot. In Kansas City, they just spread the ball out so much. It's really tough to say. Juju has been.
You think Pacheco's gonna have a good game for once?
I don't.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm out on Pacheco.
You were
at
the
this point.
biggest Pacheco fan 2 years
I
ago.
was, and then he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ever since he
then
come back. Yep.
He came back, lost his seat to Kareem Hunt, and then
I'm assuming Corey's got the Chiefs as well.
Corey had the Cardinals last game and the Chiefs this game. Yes.
Yep. I knew I'd be on an island on this one. All right. Monday Night Football.
Yep, we got the Monday Night Football game. The Detroit Lions are at Baltimore. Baltimore is favored by 4.5 points. Corey took the Ravens.
Yep.
I hate it. I don't know that I've ever seen Detroit beat Baltimore in my life. I think actually they've beat Baltimore once in our life, like in 2011 or something like that. Jared Goff lifetime highest points scored against Baltimore in fantasy football is like 9.8. He's usually horrible. I think Baltimore's going to win this football game. If I'm putting in locks, I'm actually not locking Derrick Henry in this football game. I'd start him if I had him, but he's not a lock for me. I think Detroit's run defense is usually really good. I think Mark Andrews subsequently will have a good game because of the fact that our defense tends to allow tight ends to produce.
Mm-hmm.
I'd start Zay Flowers. Looking over at the Detroit side of the football, your typical locks. I'm comfortable starting Gibbs every week. I'm comfortable starting Amon-Ra every week. But don't start Goff this week.
I got Lions. Typical homer pick, that's fine, but I saw that Kyle Van Noy, linebacker, and Nnamdi Madubuike, the defensive tackle, are out for this game. I think that's going to be huge for the pressure against Goff. I think he's going to have a little bit more time than he would have if those guys were playing. Yeah, give me Jahmyr Gibbs. With that being said, give me Gibbs and, as you said, Zay Flowers. I'm gonna pick a wide receiver he's due for a backup game. I don't think he did too well last week.
Yeah. For the record, I think the Lions can win this game. If I had to make a selection, I would say the Ravens. But there's a guy I work with, Jim. Shout out to Jim. He another big Lions fan. We were talking about it this week, and I'm like, I could see it. At some point, Jared Goff has got to show up to play the Ravens and absolutely show out and dominate like he can. I mean, he has showed again and again he can put up a lot of yards. He can throw the high completion percentage, even if it's throwing 14 passes to his running backs for 40 yards. I think eventually he's got to show up against the Ravens, and I'm hopeful it's on Monday. How nice would it be if we rolled into week 4 for that super big matchup against the Browns with a 2-1 record? It'd be nice. Sounds a lot better than 1-2.
I just realized that Baltimore, Zay Flowers actually did have a decent game last week. He saw it's 7 receptions on 11 targets, 75 yards. Just didn't have a touchdown. Did you see that the Baltimore has scored exactly 41 points in their first 2 games?
Yeah, each of their first 2 games. I think that it's likely they do that against Detroit as well. I think the only way Detroit wins this game is in a shootout. So, unfortunately,
highest scoring game of the week, lock.
I don't know. I'm gonna look. I think, yeah, series is 6-1. 6-1 in favor of Baltimore. They are 4-0 against Detroit at home. Over the years.
I think I'm gonna do
Not
the
good.
Bengals Vikings as the lowest scoring game of the week. Just throwing it out there.
2005 was the only time Detroit beat the Ravens.
Are you serious?
2005.
Well, 20 years later, it's time.
2 years ago they beat us 38-6 in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
2021 they beat us by 2 in Detroit. 2017 they put up 44 on us. 2009 they put up 48 on us. Oh my gosh. 550 total offense yards. Last year they had 500 yards on
The Baltimore
us.
Ravens are 6-1 versus Lions all time.
Yep. 4-0 at home. Crazy. Go Detroit.
Jeez, 2005. That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else for this week? Anything else we need to touch on?
Nope. I put in my upset of the week. I put in my high score, low score. Got our picks locks.
Yeah, if I said high score of the week, I think it's a good pick taking the Detroit and Baltimore game. I think that Rams Eagles has a potential to either be very low scoring or very high scoring.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
It's going to be
thinking.
one or the other.
Same thing with the Falcons Panthers.
My lowest scoring game of the week, I think, will be Indianapolis at Tennessee. Or, actually, I take that back. Denver at the LA Chargers. I think that's going to be a low scoring game.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
I think the biggest blowout is going to be Kansas City. They're gonna blow New York out. Yeah. Any last words?
I don't think so.
Jared Goff. Go Detroit. We're
How
not gonna
about
get to watch
How
tomorrow.
about them Tigers, man? Let's clean that up.
Win
Win a few games so we can make the playoffs because we might lose it.
I'm disconnecting.
Yeah. All right. Peace.
Peace.